Hey everyone, it's Happy Dude. Now, this is where we left off in the last video, so let's move on from here, shall we? I'm also going to build my own on and off switch. And here we have the layout of the lower hull. The cables of the engine can go directly into the eldmod board. This is a separate expander that I needed to buy for the servos, and as you can see we have some room left for a tiny smoker. And here we have a big fuse that's no longer on the board itself. And just under the fuse I've installed a new Bluetooth adapter. So now I no longer have to connect the eldmod board to a computer to change all the settings. I can simply do it with my smartphone. And if we follow the red cable, we end up at my homemade switch. And from there, the cable goes to the connector for the battery. And here we have the biggest speaker that I could fit in there. It's a medium size. Now there is a reason why I chose all these different channels, because on my transmitter the switches on the right side, they stay in position, as you can see. Like for instance in this position it's for the smoker and the lights. In the neutral position it's for the movement of the turret, and in this position it is for the user sounds of the tank. And this is for the volume of the tank, so I don't need a knob in the tank itself. I can control it with my remote. And on the left side, these switches, they return to their original position when you let go. I use these for the MG guns and the main gun, so I only have to tap it when I want to shoot. Okay, it's time to connect the upper hull to the eldmod board, and when that's done we can change all the settings with my smartphone, and then it's finally time to do a test drive. How exciting is that? Okay, everything is connected. And these long wires are from the new very tiny smoker, so it can also fit inside my Tiger. I also made a plug for it. It's just some tube with some glue in it. So to figure out how to connect all the wires from the Sherman tank, I had to download and print out a lot of schematics. This is from the original board in the Mato tank. It was a TK60 board. That way I could find out what all the wires were doing, and then compare that to the wires inside the tank. And then I've used my old instruction manual from the old eldmod Pro board, because in this instruction manual I could see what all the wires were doing and what does each pin do here on the board, so I could know how to connect the wires and solder them. And then I've used the new eldmod Fusion X manual, and then I could connect everything to the new board. After that, you bind your new receiver to your transmitter. It's very easy for this one. And then you can connect the wires from the eldmod board to the receiver itself, and you can choose which channel you are going to use for a certain function. With this schematic, you can see which channel is which button. It's very different for each transmitter, so it's impossible to make a video for that because there are so many possibilities, and everyone else is going to want something else. So you really have to do it the way you want it to do. And after you have done that, you go back to the eldmod app, and you can change the settings so the board knows what to do when you press a certain button. Now I know this all looks pretty complicated, and that's because it is, and you will only learn it by doing it. But at least with this video you have an idea how to begin and find everything out. Okay, all the wires are connected. Now the battery goes here. Everything fits onto the millimeter. Okay. All right, let's close it up. Everything fits. Now the on-off switch was specifically here in that position because if we open up the hatch, we can access it right here. But first we have to turn on the transmitter, and now the tank, always in that order.
Ready.
It's alive!
It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Now the tank will not do anything because first we have to program everything. But luckily that now is possible with my smartphone. So let me show you that. Now it's already pretty late and all these settings is going to take a while, so I'm going to hold that for a next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you all have a nice day. Bye.